I'm doing stuff back asswards. That's a nasty Grace line.
Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking, I'm walking.
Yeah, let me see.
Just for me.
Get your chair, get your weights.
Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking.
Line up if you're walking wall to wall.
I'm walking, so happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Thanks for coming on the walk. Something a little different this morning because
walking, yes indeed, I'm walking, I'm walking.
come on for the walk. Great rising, y'all. Great rising. Come on for the walk. Let's see. Oh, wow. We don't like this shadow. I'm moving this thing all over, trying to find the right position for it. But clearly, that is not the right position for it. Clearly. Clearly. So here I am. Y'all get ready or start already. I do so much running around before I get down here that by the time I get down here, I'm a little, let's see. Okay, let's stop here. And then let's start here. A lot of ceiling for the YouTubers. I mean, for the Facebookers. Thanks for, thanks for coming on the walk. And thanks for ignoring me because we've been walking for over a year and a half now. So, this morning routine that I'm going through, it ain't new for y'all. But, you know, one day, when I get some YouTube dividends, when I get some YouTube dividends, I'll be able to, oh, what is that? Okay, sorry y'all. I'll be able to get somebody to come and help me. Y'all know I'll be 65 this year. So, but we're going to do a little different, something a little bit different. Just because I have to share it on my neighbor's TV page. Okay. Here we are. Not neighbors. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. But it's about neighbors. But that's not what I wanted to play. And, you know, I'm my own music director. So, of course, here it is. Nope. Nope, that's not it. Oh, full chest song. Okay. That's it. We have to go through this. And then we bring up the chest song. Okay.
Palm moves first, babe, you got it. It's square, straightforward, you know you got it.
What a morning.
Captures are moving,
I don't know where nothing is.
diagonally. Just protect the king, just protect the king, just protect the king, just protect the king. The brook moves horizontal and vertically, forward and backwards, if you please. Must be an empty square in between to capture the enemy, capture the enemy, capture the enemy, capture the enemy. Bishop moves diagonally, forward and backwards, a number of squares. One bishop moves on black, the other on white. One bishop captures on white, one bishop captures on black, one bishop captures on white, one bishop captures.
Okay. Well, I wanted to play that because that's the song I arranged. We call it the chess song, and it teaches the basis of chess. And it's sung by my good friend, Alexandra Rhoda. And she and I sat down at the garage band. I did it first on a cassette. And my sperm donor, he loved his videos. And he sliced them. He used to splice his own video. And I saw him do it one time with tape. So what I did was I taped sections of the song, the rendition of Respect by Aretha Franklin. The song Respect was written by Otis Redding. But Aretha Franklin did a remix. And it's the remix of her music that I put to the movements of the chess pieces. And I spliced it and I had to move this here, move it. So, that's the chess song. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up when I'm on a walk is because I have 3 episodes up of a podcast I'm doing about the chess song, Neighbors, the show, and like where are we now? It's like 11 going on 12 years since we did the show. Where are the kids now? And I'm starting season 1. So I asked for interviews and stuff like that, but I totally understand. It's just so new coming out. But I'm going on. So I manifested a new computer to do the editing on. I thought about it for a long, long time, how I would do the podcast. And then it came time to finding time to do the podcast. And then it came to finding when there's no noise to do the podcast. Then it came down to when I have these hours put in place for the podcast, I spend them on the phone with Apple Tech because it is such a new computer. The glitches and different things. And they always got to jump in the computer and look around, and it always happens. So by the time I finish that and speaking to techs, remember I'll be 65 this November, and working and going through the system and trying and testing this, and I finally get it straightened out. I'm exhausted. I can't go back to doing the podcast. I am wiped out for a couple of days when I get off the phone with the Apple text. That's not the language I speak. I got to remember going into all these rooms and click this. All the things, girl, all the things. So, I'm late on my 5th podcast, right? I mean, yeah, I think it's the 5th episode. I'll have to go back and check. But I'm running a little late on it. And I know exactly what I want. But when I get on the computer, it's always something different. I was supposed to clean that tissue thing out and have a place to put the phone so I wouldn't have to hold it the whole time. But you know what? I can stop and get off and put it over here. There we go. There we are. So, I just want to share it. I'm going to have to cut this up and edit it, but I want to put it on the Neighbors TV page just to let them know that I am working on the podcast, but it entails me working on the computer because it's so new. But I need a new computer because my old computer wouldn't be able to hold and do these functions and what can you say? But I'm still, and then in the interim, I've been putting up the castle videos. I just like hearing his voice as he describes the moves and stuff. I wrote the chess song to teach the basics of chess through music, movement, and song. So that's what I do, and I know how to take the chess movements and apply it to life situations, and that's what we use Neighbors for. Now, the first season of Neighbors, we were just trying to get a DVD of kids singing and dancing to the chess song, and I would send them across the nation, and everything would be hunky-dory. But it didn't happen. So, where I'm at now, we got the wonderful people from Allegra to come in, and they did a dance, a free expression dance to the chess song. And I was good with it. Or so I thought. So, we're wrapping up, and that's where I'm at on the podcast. So, as I spend time this week scraping and scrapping and scrapping and scraping to find time to put it together, whew, we'll go at it again. And I'm hoping that I come up with something a lot more positive. But in the interim, I'm here Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. on YouTube and on Facebook. You know? So I just want to let you know that I'm working on it. This is a one-man band. But once I start doing it and I don't have any more computer problems and I can just sail straight through, then I'm good. It's the stop-starts. See, that's why I go straight ahead. And if I'm going to stop something, it is a very conscious decision I'm making to stop it. Like I wanted to stop walking on Emancipation Proclamation Day. But also in stopping, I thought I'd be able to go back to the gym. And I know it's a little early in the game. I want to stay motivated. What if standing in front of this camera every morning is my motivation? And if I'm not standing and walking in front of the camera every morning, what if I'm not motivated? I've come so far. I've come so far that I don't want to risk that. I look at the video, I see this thing. I'm like, wow. And then it hangs between your legs and stuff. And if I pull it out, it'll turn it off. But I'm going to take care of that. Ha! I guess I'm supposed to put it on me. professional. I know how to pull cord. I know how to pull cord. I'm a professional. So, whew. So that's why. And okay, I don't see any shadows from the lights. You know, this was an apple orchard. When you're standing next to it, it looks kind of sunny. But I look at the videos, and it looks like I'm walking through the forest. Though right behind me, that tree, right? You can tell that's an open field, right? So you got the apple orchards with the beautiful apples. Ha ha ha! You know the apple that Eve made Adam eat so he could destroy the world or get them kicked out of Eden or make them realize that they were naked. They didn't know they were naked before Eve made Adam eat the apple. And then after Eve made Adam, not eat, bite the apple, then they realized they was naked. And that's when they went and got leaves to cover themselves. And then like the Garden of Eden disintegrated because, oh wait a minute, okay, wait a minute, here it is. What I'm missing is, he said, don't do it. Don't touch don't touch the tree and don't touch the apple. He said, don't do it. And then Eve, who doesn't listen to what she told to do, because that's what's wrong with all women, she wasn't listening. So then she took the apple off the tree. These are granny apples, I think, but they look like there's some Red Delicious up there too. Or maybe these are just the start of the Red Delicious. Anyway, Eve took the apple off the tree and made Adam bite into it. And then Adam bit into it. I don't remember Eve biting after him. But I just remember it being the point of just focusing on Adam, what Adam was going through. So then all of a sudden Adam said, oh, I'm naked. And then Eve said, oh, I'm naked too. And then, because they were ashamed of their body being naked, they ran and got the leaves to put in front and behind them. And then, I don't know, Eve got her leaf cut into the shape of a bra, and she wore a bra on top. So she had to cover her breasts on top, and then everything on the bottom. And then, just like that, God opened the thing and kicked them out of Garden of Eden. They were known as sinners and to live in sin forevermore. And that's why. I never taught my daughter that story. Never taught my daughter that horrible, wretched story. First of all, it's not true. Especially in all the Bibles I had, they was all European. And everybody knows civilization started in Africa. So that ain't right. I couldn't say that as a child. I couldn't say that as a young adult. And I couldn't even say that as an adult when you're dealing with the cults. Because you're supposed to be sheep. You're supposed to shut up and follow. But that's where I got my apples. That's where I got my apples. Yep. That's where I got my apples. But now at least I know. I didn't know before. I was like, why are women the scourge of the earth? Why are they the scourge? And I heard that story 100 times, but I never connected it to why women are so easily killed, why they're disposable in the race of mankind. I didn't understand that until I really took a look at that book. And now I know. Like I said, I'm not attacking any religion or anything like that. I'm just so glad I know. I'm so glad I didn't die really holding on to that fallacy. I'm happy I didn't. It's evolution. Okay? And I didn't come from a rib of a man. It don't work like that. Because I couldn't make a child from a rib of a man. My husband could not make our child from his rib. Anyway. Anyway, I'm glad I woke up. I don't know about nobody else. I'm glad I did. So, I've been so much more happier. Things make so much more freaking sense. Oh. Uh-oh. So much more sense. Okay, I'm trying to get the song back, but it don't seem like Facebook wouldn't let me. I mean, doesn't seem like, oh, you was too, but I said I was going to record it and put it on the phone, but I haven't done it yet. So now we're just on the break. We don't got no music. We don't got no music. Go into the restroom, whatever you have to do. Yeah. Yeah, we lost it. We lost YouTube. Uh-oh. Did I lose it on camera? Get water, y'all. This is not a musical intermission. Y'all thought I was wearing this shirt to show off my shape. That's not why I wore this shirt. I wore this shirt to wear this shirt. Get it on. Oh my goodness. Here I come. But look how beautiful those apples look in the background. I love me some red delicious apples. I tell you no lie. I love it. Alright, let's get started. I said I was going to download. I'm walking to the phone and I have to not have to go through YouTube. But I was like I was using my YouTube to get my likes and views, and it's only me. I'm the majority of my likes and views. So I was trying to go for that, but Governor Stacey Abrams. Now, I was talking to Glenn, and Glenn said, we're both Democrats. Trust me, I learned the hard way. I was independent and working family party. Okay, so we're both Democrats. And he's upset. He's going off. He's upset at President Biden. Now I'm not understanding. And he's saying, this is what he's saying, that he doesn't think that the upper crust Democrats are backing the ones that's coming into office, the ones that's trying to run for office. Like, they should be down in Georgia in all kind of capacities supporting Stacey Abrams for governor. Especially since they're putting all these white men in as governors. And just a brief lesson in African American history. It's the governors that really enforce the Black Code laws and the Jim Crow laws and the voters' restriction. It's them. So when you put a Republican governor in, just remember that's his agenda. You're like, oh, the Republicans are great, and they're gonna help them, and I had a lot to them, but I love it. And then you turn around and you take it in and you say, wait a minute, I used to come vote here. And they said, no. The governor you put in, the Republican governor you put in, doesn't want you to vote. And he wants to stay in. So he's going to make sure that the least amount of votes cast, the better for him. And then what do you say? At least Black Code and Jim Crow days, we didn't have the vote. What's your excuse now when you throw your vote away on somebody that's trying to fuck you up? Oh, I hear African Americans. Oh, he's good for the economy. The red one, the orange one. Blame is so orangey. When you're the president, you get the best orange makeup ever. When you ain't the president, somehow you can't afford all that orange. I tell you, he looked more like a freckled or old Dennis the Menace than a president, than someone who slimed all over the seat of the presidency. I hear black people all the time, African Americans. Well, he will help our town. Oh, he gonna help the town. Oh, the town that don't want you in it. The town that don't give you no advancement. And this is what gets me. When I think about it, I laugh all the time. CTE, Herschel Walker Williams. You know the party is desperate. When they go to someone that CTE is the least of his problem. How about being pushed through the educational system in general? As Nancy Grace said, back asswards. But the men is running to it. Because Herschel is big and strong. Herschel is big and strong. He the type of man that can punch a woman and send her flying. That's what men want. He's a type of governor. He would be, he's the type of politician that when y'all vote for him, he'll make sure that women are totally degraded. I'm surprised he ain't saying a strip club on every corner. You have no idea. And you're voting for that buffoon. because he represents the ideals of the Republican Party. And you can't even see. He's Candace Bobby because he's famous. But the young boys will be running over there. Did he come and get your ass out of jail before? Or was it your mama? Because you're forgetting. You're forgetting. And you're forgetting maybe your ass had to be in jail if you use some kind of contraceptive. Oh, the Republicans don't want you using that. And that's what that big buffoon is going for? Y'all can't even work on the books because y'all got so many children that you wind up bringing home $1. But y'all want the Republican Party with Herschel. That's what y'all want. Because he ran a ball from one end of a field to another. And he can read a playbook. Hell, that's the case. O.J. Simpson, throw him on up there. Oh, he went to jail. But no, we have a mayor in our town who went to jail and coming out there, came out and been squashing and kicking ever since. The people. I read it briefly, but just the fact that he's out there, anything other than raising funds for CTE and bringing CTE awareness to high schools and stuff like that, I don't see why he's out here. Other than to be made a fool of by the Republican Party. Him and that POS in a robe. That I can't wait till the ancestors take care of him, honey. With that man and energy separating, he realized that heaven stuff he talking about ain't. And that energy that been watching him, watching what he doing. To the people, birth control pills was what's keeping your brothers, these African American boys, running around here talking about, I gotta have my sperm. I gotta leave all these children here. Well, when those papers of support came through, he was like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all, you gotta use birth control. No, that party that you support said no. That party you support says what the woman does, not the woman. And we say, you running around making all those babies, she don't mind making all those babies, and here it is. And you won't have a check for the rest of your life. There's a young boy that I met on Facebook. I met him when he was doing a video of braiding his daughter's hair. And it was great fun. It was great fun watching him work out how to do the braids and the parts and stuff like that. And how she sat there so good. Come to find out he had 3 other boys before her. And since her, he has had 3 more kids. According to my estimates, he has 6 or 7 children by now. Now, with baby girl, that's what he calls her. But he has had, I think, a couple more baby girls since then. He was working all the videos and stuff like that. He was working. Show a little thing of his job. But when you got 6, well, he's with one now. So when you got about 5 baby mamas coming after your check for child support, I don't see the videos of him working no more. What are you working for? He ain't getting none of that. After he finished working, he ain't even got enough to pay his rent. And if he don't pay, well, he was walking before, so he walking now, because if he had a driver's license or a car, that's a wrap. But y'all go ahead and run behind Herschel Walker, because that's what that party is. Yeah, Herschel Walker looked like he could just take a whole bunch of women in one punch and send them all to the moon. He know how to suppress women. Because he's a man's man. And that's what y'all want. That's what the Republican Party wants. We want to put it back in the man's hand. And all those masturbating freaks under the robe up in the Supreme Court. They said it. The philosopher said it, y'all. They said it. They said it. They said it. They said that legal system wasn't nothing. It was all controlled. And now we see. Because there's not a fair range of representation in there. You got the white men that hate and want to control everybody. And then you got 2 or 3 of the other everybody's. No. Just as many Republicans on the Supreme Court should be just as many Democrats, just as many independents, just as many socialist judges. Everybody sit up there. But you see, the ancestors said before, I'm talking about Huey Newton. I'm talking about Ralph Brown, Angela Davis. I'm talking... They said it. The legal system is a setup. The court system is a setup. Look at that Dale Murdoch. He was a prosecutor. He could walk in court and say, I want to prosecute this case. No, I don't want to prosecute this case. Nobody checked to see the cases he prosecuted. Was it for his friends? Who on the other side? Did they lose? Did they win? What's going on? Did they get off? Because he was prosecuting them so they could get off? Those was the days he was prosecutor, when one of his low-life RICO buddies was being pulled in so he can get them off, but they ain't checking that. But that whole court system, that's why they wouldn't do jury duty. When I walked into that court, I was unemployed, y'all. And I got called to the federal one. I tried canceling. I called hoping that they said you ain't got to go in, see you next 20 years. But they didn't. I had to go in. Got up that morning, got all my stuff, walked up those stairs. I mean, you could just smell the racism, the unjust. There's no justice in there. There was no justice in that whole place. I was like, oh, Lord, just let me get out of here. I don't want to get tangled up in this shit. It's just a tangled web of messiness and control. Freaks in robes, honey. Freaks in robes. But you think, oh, they sit over here and the judge. I don't have no dealings with them. One thing my grandmother Nicole did, she made sure to teach us how to have no relations with the cops, the courts, or nothing. She did. She said that's a club when you join it, you don't never get out of it. She said you just don't get arrested. She said that's the rest of your life. You're connected to those people. You're connected to that court system. You're connected to them judges. So when finally, the first day you sit there and wait, because that's a form of control too. You sit in a whole big room, adults. You've been demanded, you've been told to come down here and sit and wait, because your time means nothing to them. So you come and you sit and you wait because the court told you to. But you won't be a juror to judge somebody. You're a sheep. How can you judge? You're down there under command. They don't say volunteer for jury duty. They command you to come down for jury duty. So how are you judging anybody? Obviously, you're a sheep. What judgment are you going to make? The judgment that you're told to make? You're a sheep. So no, I couldn't do it. I sat there and then I had to come back the next day. But so I was like, oh no, it's the money, it's the money. I was like, that ain't no money. And I can't stand the smell of it. It smells like unlawful. It has an unlawful smell. A disgusting smell. A smell of lies and of phoniness and of racism and discrimination and favoritism and cronyism and all that ism. And if you get your ass trapped up in it, they're going to ism you till you die. And I went down there, and they were excited and bubbly, the sheep. They couldn't wait to judge. They could not wait to judge. They was hoping they got on a good case. And I'm sitting there saying, please get me out of here. Please get me out of here alive. Please make sure they don't arrest me. And even when I was telling my friend that, they was like, oh, Vicki, why would they arrest you? I was like, why would they not? Look where I walked into. I walked into a place that is known for arresting us. Known for throwing us away, throwing us in a cage and throwing away the key. Known for doing that behavior. I was petrified, terrified. Please. So I was commanded to come back, and I had to come back the next day. So I went in there. And everybody else was still excited. Woo! You can, and you can slice the anticipation in the air. You can slice it and eat it. That's how thick it was. They were so excited. And I kept saying, please let me get out alive. Please don't let me look like somebody that they're chasing after. Please don't let them stash something in my pocket and then they throw me up against the jail wall and I'm going to jail. Please don't. Oh my God. Let me get out of here. I know I'm supposed to be the juror, but in just this fast, I can go from being a prospective juror to being in jail. That's for us to come like this. That's how fast it is. But I looked around that room, and we were sitting there laughing and talking, full of anticipation. Not me. So when it finally came my turn, and he said, and they moved us up into the courtroom because they moved us like sheep. We moved in herds. Herds. And that's why I couldn't understand. I kept saying, how are these sheeps judging? How are these sheeps judging? And then I knew they weren't judging. They were doing what they were being told to do by that court. Whatever case they sat on, they were being told what to do, how to think, etc., etc. I fought all my life to get away from being a sheep. And I wasn't born to be a sheep. I'm that one that marches to the beat of a different drum. Every time I hear somebody say that, I, yeah, right. It ain't cause we want to. It's just cause we do. We think everybody else hear the same beat. We find out we wrong. I remember looking at them jurors, especially the African American jurors, that was so excited. I was like, you can go from being a prospective juror to being the one sitting at the table, being prosecuted like that. Like that. How you sitting there can't wait to judge somebody? And if you judge wrong, and one of them jurors get in the face, and you respond wrong or act wrong, you'll be in contempt. You'll be in jail like this. So you got to keep your mouth shut and let them perform. Because you know, if it's you and them and it's complexion, they got the complexion to stay out of jail. And you got the complexion that they're going to throw you underneath the jail. Okay? Different. Different. So I didn't want to stay there. Every day I went in there. So finally, we went before the judge. And they was asking somebody. And I said, I don't think I'll be a good juror. Because I know this racist country. And I know how they throw folks in jail who's innocent. And if I look over and see there's a African American and some brown man sitting at that table, or brown woman sitting at that table, I know they're innocent because I know this country. The judge said, thank you very much, miss. Have a good day. And I was like, why you couldn't ask me that yesterday? I'd only been down here for one day. Let's do 10. Neither up nor down. Tuck in your elbow, squeeze your gut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna forget luck. Yep. And when I tell you I ran out that building, people was looking at me. They couldn't see who was chasing me, but I saw who was chasing me. And what was chasing me down the hall in my head was a jail cell, and I was running. Tuck in your elbow. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Whew! We did it, y'all. I don't know how our musical situation gonna be. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the musical side of it. But I'm gonna download the song onto the old cell phone I used to go on YouTube to get the song. I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. Please like, comment, share, tell a friend, subscribe. I'm walking, so happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Hey, we did it. This is what we do. I'll chat and talk. Let's see. Let's see if I'm ever be able to get into. Yeah, I'm gonna download. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Thanks for coming on the work, y'all. Y'all see me talking off screen. When I'm talking off screen, that's when I am the musical director. That's what I'm musical director when I'm talking off screen. And when I'm on screen. I think the whole time I was on, this camera was getting lower and lower, lower and lower. It's a little crooked. I think both cameras are a little crooked. But you know, look at it as artistic, blah 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 blah. Okay. Artistic. Art. Here we go. Look what we got. Look what we got. Look what we got. Let's do it, y'all. I don't have to worry about drinking water. I hear people say, "Oh, did you drink water?" Well, I don't look at TV that much, but every now and again it comes on one podcast. And I always say, like my aunt used to say, she used to listen to Fox 5 when Fox 5 wasn't so politically motivated, because they had just come out of, literally, I think Rupert Murdoch had just bought it, and they came from showing old Western movies. Old Western movies. That's what they had. And my aunt used to look at it at 10 o'clock. She never looked at the channel, but at 10 o'clock, she looked at 10 o'clock news. Just to say this. Only reason she looked at the news. They said, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? And she'd always say, yes, I do. They're in bed. Now it's known as Fox News, F-A-U-X, or F-A-C-H, Fox News. And, whew, what a poison. You know, I wonder if these young African American boys could aggressively talk and move the young people like Fox moves, like Fox. I don't know how to say the real name. Fox News. F-O-X News does the sheep. Because we'd be sued, the young boys would be taken off, they'd be shut down by the FCC for making all that stuff. But when you have white men doing it, that's okay. White men and white ladies with bleach blonde or peroxide blonde hair, fake titties, and now a little pudgy ass. Before it was good when they didn't have no ass. I mean, I just used to see them, you know, their flat asses. You couldn't help it. That's all. Remember, they control the TV. I love YouTube. I go on YouTube, I see some of everybody. I looked at the television in the United States, and well into my 20s before I really start seeing a lot of programs with African Americans, or seeing African Americans on that. All I was looking at is these, if they put women up, fake. Oh, but they did have some of them that used to dress up like, oh gosh, Barbara Walters, somebody Carol from NBC. She was African American, but it was hard to tell. She was almost like a Adam Clayton Powell African American, but she was on NBC's news for a long time. And she dressed conservatives, you know, with the little pearls and stuff like that. And then, because of In Living Color, and they had such good programming, we started looking at Fox News. But right there, Murdoch started planting the seed of everything that all the horribleness that has happened through that venomous party, the party the party of the coup. I understand now. In history, they said this country was built thieves, murderers, rapists, pedophiles, every manner of jail. It's like they said that England literally opened up their jails and sent them to America, all the prisoners. And as a child you learn but now when you look at it and you see how people who tried to overthrow the government, people who broke windows, was trying to get at the vice president, trying to get to the senators, the same party that instigated this whole thing is trying, and probably, I hope not, but the people love them. The people love them. Now, why is that? Look to your cults. I can tell you in the cult world, that's how contradictory it is. And I was in the cult world. The worst ones, they love, because they said, oh, we got to focus more on the bad ones because that gets them closer to the da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. I ignore bad behavior. The fact that there is a party that is claiming to come in to shut down women, African Americans, and minorities any means necessary. These folks in America love them. They the bad boys. Oh, they attack the government. We want them to be the government. It's a process of election. If not, we're like Sarah Lincoln, was it Sarah Leone? Or whoever's having that, everybody ran in the building and kicked out the president and such. And that's the future of America once the people who attack the government, when you allow them to get back in the government. That means the people got to go in and get them out. But it's all so much fun because it's the bad boys. It's the bad boys. And of course, it's the bad boys that don't talk against the minorities, so you know you love them. Let's finish this up, y'all. I'm a little slow because the other court, I didn't finish up till almost 5:30. Now you don't have to worry about your water. Well, not me. I had 2. Maybe you want to drink another quart. But if you don't drink no water, quart is good. Okay, y'all. I know it's only a couple of us. I know it's a couple of us. Between my political talk and my cult talk, I don't know if anybody who really know me. But I just still try to motivate y'all. Thanks for coming on the walk. Please like, comment, share, tell a friend, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin. Have a great day. Have a great day, y'all.